It's Johara again. Um, this video is gonna be one of my this or that videos. I know I do top 10s a little more than this or that, even though I came up with this or that first. But it's because I'm really more into the top 10s and I kind of like doing them. That's why I've done a lot so far. And I have a lot of ideas. Some of them I still have to finish actually. I mean, I have a lot of ideas on my phone, but some of them I still have to figure out what order these stuff goes in. But I think a good portion, most of the top 10s are ready to go whenever I'm ready to do them. This is gonna be about Glee versus Dance Academy. I don't know if you've seen either show. If you have not, you probably don't want to watch this. And if you have seen one, or want to see one, or want to see them both, then there will be spoilers. Just throwing that out there. Okay. Glee, I saw first. I saw that years and years ago. Most of the series was already done, I think, when I started watching. Because my sister got into it, that's why I started watching it. Because I actually had no desire to watch it at first. Same with Pretty Little Liars. My sister was watching it and she was like, you know, Helen Marie Combs is on this, and I'm really into Charmed, as you guys know, so I do a lot of Charmed videos. Actually, I don't think she said Helen Marie Combs because she didn't know her name in real life, because she was never a big Charmed fan like my mom and I. But she knew she was on Charmed, and I think she knew the character's name on Charmed because she knows enough about it. I just don't think she knows the real life name, or maybe she did, I don't remember. But anyways, she was like, hey, you know, Piper's on here. And I was like, really? Like, all intrigued. That's why I fell in love with Lucy Hale. Anyways, she was watching that Glee on the living room one day, and then I think she was watching season 5. I don't know. Maybe it was season. Maybe it was earlier. No, I want to say it was season 5 she was watching. And then I saw a little part of it, and I at first had no desire to watch it, but then I sat down and started watching, and it actually didn't seem that bad. So I decided to watch it from the beginning and got all intrigued. Look, we lasted 6 seasons. You know, the 6th season wasn't as good. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot from the 6th season I do like. You know, I like the Santana and Brittany moments, and I like the couldn't blame moments, other than their breakup. That was kind of sad. But I kind of like how Rachel and Kurt took over the Glee Club and rebuilt it at McKinley High. But it's about this group of kids who got bullied, and then Will decided to open this Glee Club, and so they started, and they all joined and got in, and eventually more people got in, including some popular people like Quinn only got in because of Ben, and so did Puck. Maybe he came in because of Quinn. I don't remember. But then Satana and Brittany came in, and everyone in the Glee Club was bullied, even the popular ones, because it was like a loser club, is that how everyone saw it. I love that song they sang, "Loser Like Me," because I think that could be the Glee Club's theme song. You know, I mean, everyone always tells them they're losers, or those okay, slushies. That's the word I was trying to say. Throwing slushies in their faces and crap. And I like some of the songs they sing, especially some of the original songs they sing that were originally theirs. You know, like This Time, Get It Right, Loser Like Me, and Pretending. Those are my favorite Glee songs. I like some of the non-original songs too. Like, I like some mashups, like the one where Dustin and Brittany sang right before they got engaged, you know. And I really like the kiss or I Kissed a Girl because and even and that's an okay song from Katy Perry, but what I really like about that scene is how all the girls are just banded together to help Santana through a really difficult time.
Oh my God, Johara!
I'm making a video.
Oh, sorry.
But and then Dance Academy. It's about this prestigious, well, Dance Academy, obviously, that's what Kevin's in his name. It's an Australian show. I watch a few Australian shows. My friend actually got me into this one because we both like the same. We both like H2O, Just Add Water, and Make Up Mermaids, and they're both Australian shows. So, she was like, "Hey, maybe you should watch Dance Academy sometime." And we found out it was on Hulu, so she only watched it once, so she wanted to see it again. And I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it. Sure, why not?" And I actually really liked it. There's it's about this one girl. That is who gets on this dance academy. Tara was her name, and she gets close to this girl named Kat and this guy named Sammy, and she ends up falling for Kat's brother, and they eventually get together, which I did not like them as a couple. I like her as Christian. He only joined because I forgot why he joined, but he was like kind of forced to. But her, Christian, and falling for each other do get together. They break up though, but they do end up together because they end up making a movie after the 3 seasons, and Christian and Tara end up together. But in season 2, Sammy died, and I was all sad, and I cried for like 5 episodes in a row. The actor did not die in real life, unlike Finn. That's why they killed him off. And they didn't actually show his death. Well, they didn't really show Sammy's death either. I mean, one minute him and Tara were in this big competition that 2 people from every country gets to get in. A girl and a boy from each country. And they were chosen because they were the best. And then Sammy's death was a little more upsetting than Finn's. I mean, I love Finn, I do, and I cried so hard on his episode, but with Sammy's death, they kind of stretched it out for several episodes. You know, for Finn's death, even though they keep mentioning him, they keep doing these little things like naming the auditorium after him, having a picture for him, and stuff. It was still just one memorial, but here, I mean, at one point, Sammy even called Tara, but she didn't answer her phone, and he left her a voicemail. He's like, this is you and me, this is what we've been waiting for, we've got this. And then all of a sudden, Christian, the teacher told Christian, and him and Tara were broken up, but and Tara was dating someone else, but Christian still had feelings for her, and was going to tell her until Sammy died. And when he told her, it's like her whole world just dropped. You know, he was one of her best friends, and she went to the dance academy. And I mean, on Glee, it never showed anyone finding out about Finn's death, even though it still showed them cry about it. You know, it showed Puck crying, it showed Santana breaking down, it showed Will crying, but Mercedes cried, Tara, it really only showed Christian and Tara find out, but when Tara got back, everyone was a mess. Kat was breaking down because, I mean, the 3 of them were really close, Kat, Sammy, and Tara, and Tara hugged her, and Ollie, Sammy's boyfriend, broke down, and then Tara was like, "Where's Abigail?" And then they went to the restroom. I found her in the shower, fully clothed, but she was like just all emotionless. Because they had dated, and Sammy was the first person to get Abigail to really feel. She kind of reminds me of Santana, kind of mean, and doesn't really like to feel. It's all about this one thing, you know. But Sammy got her to fall in love, and she was all upset. And then Tara and Cass helped her out as she was crying, And then the next episode, Abigail was focusing on her dance, trying to shut down her feelings again, like she used to before Sammy. And Tara was explaining how she hasn't cried yet, and she feels awful because she hasn't cried yet. Sammy was one of her best friends, and she hasn't cried yet. And then Kat was eating a lot because she was like, it's like I have this hole and that I cannot feel. And Tara was like, a Sammy-shaped hole, and Kat was like, yeah.
Get your hair wet, something.
And then Abigail was doing this dance thing, and then she was like, "How dare you partner me up with someone with that?" She started just breaking down for the director. She was like, "How dare you partner me up with someone that was so good?" Because everyone is saying that Sammy was a great dancer and this great person, but he was an awful dancer. And oh my gosh. And then so she was like, "How do you expect me to work with someone so good when I had to work with him for so long?" And then she just ran, and her mom was outside listening, and she just ran out. Oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. Okay, I can't watch those episodes without crying. I can't. That was one of the saddest scenes. That and everyone finding out, and there was like 4 scenes where it was like I cannot not cry. Maybe 5. I mean, when they found out the part where Abigail broke down during the dance, then there was actually an episode where Sammy was telling, I think it was Christian, how he wants his funeral to be when it's his time. He was like, "I want all the people that I love to be gathered around, and at a campfire or something, telling Sammy stories and laughing, having a good time, Kristen even started yelling at Sammy's dad because Sammy's dad was kind of terrible and hated that Sammy wanted to be a dancer, and kind of yelled at him for the way he treated Sammy. And then Ben ended up getting Sammy's part as that dance thing that him and Tara were doing, competition. And when Tara did it, she started dancing, and she tried to dance before, but she was told she couldn't because she never felt real emotion, real loss, real pain before. And that's the whole point of the Red Shoes dance. The dancer was in a really emotional state and was filled with pain and agony. And unless she feels that pain, unless she really, really feels that pain, she will never be able to do that dance or be a good enough dancer. That's what she was told by this really terrible teacher once. And then she just stopped, and then she saw Sammy. It was obviously not him because he was dead, but he was like, "We can't do this without you." And he was like, "Yes, you can, because you're going to be the glue." And so it showed Tara doing the dance, and then it would show her doing the dance by herself, then it would show her doing it with Sammy.
For once in his goddamn life, just do what I ask.
And Tara was doing the dance, and then she was just breaking down. And it's just, it was awful. I mean, she like broke down as she was doing the dance, and Abigail and Kat were watching her, and everyone was watching her as she was breaking down, and she finally was crying. until she just fell on the floor because that's how the dance was supposed to end. And she was just sobbing when she hit the floor. And Kat, what was her name? What was it? Olivia? No, I forgot the girl's name, but she left the dance academy and she was really mean. I did not like her, but she was doing the same dance, and I think it was terrible that she won because she was not nearly as emotional as Tara, and that's the whole point of the dance. But when Ben's turn came, he ended up doing the dance that Sammy was going to do, but to do a dance you have to have it authorized by the board, and he was like, I guess you're just gonna have to I forgot his wording, but I was like, I guess I will win or something like that. And then he started doing the dance, and he was like, hey, I can't do this without you. So Tara, Kat, and Abigail, and Kristen, and even Ethan, who had left for a little bit but then came back, were all came up, and even two of the teachers came up, and they were all doing the dance, and there was this montage of Sammy playing in the background, and they just started doing the dance, and it was really sweet and really emotional. Then on the movie, it actually showed a picture of Sammy, so it showed that they never forgot about him. Kind of like Finn. He was this great guy who had such a short life and deserved better. So they kind of had a little picture up, just like they did with Finn, and the whole auditorium thing. But it was really upsetting. And like on Finn's death, I cried during that one too. When Rachel shows up, because it's Finn and Rachel, they were meant to be together. And then when Will broke down at the end, and when Puck broke down, and when Santana broke down, that wasn't even scripted. Naya actually broke down while singing the song, and she was just singing If I Die Young, and then she just couldn't continue because she started sobbing. And then she ran out because she doesn't like to see anyone. She doesn't like anyone to see her cry, so she just ran out. Okay, no more time I finish saying because I don't want to cry anymore. Ugh. Okay. But see, Rachel and Finn were meant to be, just like Tara and Christian. And they did end up together in the movie. And Rachel and Finn would have ended up together if Finn hadn't died. And Sammy, I don't know who I liked him better with, Abigail or Ollie. I kind of liked him with both. I liked the scene when he came out to his friends saying that him and Ollie were together, and it was, Glee's all about singing, and there's some dancing, especially when it comes to Mike, because he's a dancer and not a singer. And Brittany likes to dance too. But with Dance Academy, it's just about dancing, no singing. Whenever they're dancing, they have music playing, but they don't sing. They just dance. And I honestly don't know which one I like better, to be honest. I like them both in different ways, I mean, I don't know. I think I liked last season of Dance Academy better than like the last season of Glee, but for the most part, I like them both just in different ways, And there's some similarities, like someone everyone loves dying and then being remembered, and how one is about singing, one is about dancing, I love both shows. So yeah. So I guess that's all for today. So like and subscribe and comment which one you like better, Glee or Dance Academy. Until next time.